Hi, it's Charlie from TaxCure. In part 3 of our interview with Herb Cantor, a former IRS revenue agent and appeals officer who worked for the IRS for 30 years and has audited hundreds of returns, we discussed the IRS Audit Statute of Limitations. So Herb, how long does the IRS have to audit your tax return?
In most cases, there's a 3-year statute of limitations. So when you file your tax return, when the IRS receives it, for example, the IRS has 3 years to audit you. So if you file a return for the year 2019 on April 15th, 2020, the IRS has until April 15th, 2023 to audit your return, or they have to make an assessment, one or the other. So chances are, if the IRS hasn't audited you now for the 2019 year, they probably won't, because there are only a few months left on the statute. Now, if you filed your return late, well, that extends the statute, and again, 3 years. Usually it's 3 years from the date that you file or the date received. It depends when it's filed, but usually it's 3 years. And that's a good, easy thing to remember. Now, if you didn't file a return, there's no statute.
So in special situations, the IRS can go as far back as 6 years, correct?
Yes, they can go back 6 years if there is a lot of unreported income, specifically 25%. They probably could go back even more, but usually it's no more than 6 years. Unless there's serious fraud, then they can go back even further than that. And I've worked a couple of cases since I retired from the IRS about 2 years ago, where I thought there was potential fraud. And in the end, I was able to convince the IRS that there was no fraud. And we were able to reduce, at that time with the examiner, to an accuracy penalty. The fraud penalty is 75% of the tax. The accuracy is 20. I was able to convince the IRS in appeals that no penalty should apply. And I won that case.